Okay, I'm live. Gotta send this out. Ooh, this is cool. How do I post this link? Hey, what's up, Sarah? Give people a few minutes. Let's see. Hey, P, Weavy, and Sebastian. What's up, guys? So you can leave. You guys, if you guys want to start asking questions like usual, start popping them in the chat box, and then we'll cover them at the end. What's up, Dante? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I don't know. I have this. I'm back in Seattle, so I have my mic, but I don't know if it's plugged in. All right, cool. It's clear. David, what's up? We are going to start in about 2 minutes. So if you guys got questions, pop them in the box. Have you guys give me a 3 if you guys watched the first video in the 0 to 1,000 challenge. If you guys haven't, you should probably watch that, because on day 3, which is going to be released tomorrow, it'll be all about product research. Cool. Do you guys like it so far? Do you guys like video 1? Day two's coming today. I just had some. It's uploading to my Dropbox account right now. I was trying to upload it to YouTube, but the file format wasn't correct. So it's gonna be uploaded. Nice. So yeah, Michael, day 2's coming. All right. Let's see, 1 more minute. No questions? Wow. Okay, so let me check the group one more time and then make sure everyone's got the link. What's up, Black Eagle? How are you doing? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Today's gonna be pretty casual. Thursday will be more. There will be more content on Thursday around like actually teaching you guys things. But I just want to give a little rundown on the 7-day series or challenge that I was rolling out. But yesterday was day 1. Hope you guys watched that one. Day 2 is releasing today. That's around creating your store. And then day 3 is going to be all about the product research stuff. But I can give you guys a little sneak peek on some of the stuff I'll cover in day 3, which is probably what you guys would be most excited for. Day 4 is going to be all about Facebook ad targeting. So I see Michael's asking about targeting audiences. Day 4 is going to be all about targeting audiences. Day 5, I'm actually going to try to jump into, I don't have too much experience with Instagram influencers, so I'm going to jump into that live. I've only done that maybe twice, and I've gotten decent results, but I'd rather have full control, like with Facebook ads or Google ads. And day 6, what's day 6 going to be? Let's see. Have it all written down here. But I recorded 4 days so far. Let me just see what day 6 is. So day 6 is actually the Instagram influencers. And then day 5 is going to be like the Facebook page setup, Facebook ad setup, the copy and all that stuff. And then, yeah, it's actually not going to be, day 7 is going to be like scaling strategies from there. So I don't know if we're going to have anything to scale. I haven't even decided how I'm going to run like the live ads, because when you have a live case study, people kind of ruin it for you. They rip off your exact ads and then they kind of skew the traffic data. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that exactly. But there's some cool shit coming in, especially day 3. Day 3 is like a 50-minute long video. So I'm giving you guys like pretty much like a free course. But yeah, let's go into some product research tips before I answer some of these questions. So someone's asking about like Pexta and Ecom Hunt, and I see a lot of people talking about how they're so bad at finding products. One of the best places to look for products is not AliExpress or Amazon or Pinterest or anything like that. If you have like a decent niche that's like fairly big, fairly evergreen, using the 5 keys that I talked about in day 1, and you have something that's like evergreen, that's recurring, that has solves a problem, all that stuff, go to, let me type it in here. Go to offervault.com. Okay. And what offervault.com is it's a affiliate offer aggregator. So basically, any advertiser who has, let's say you have a supplement offer, or you have a survival flashlight offer or something like this, you're going to see all this in day 3, by the way, which is going to be released tomorrow. But OfferVault's like an aggregator, and it brings in all the best affiliate offers, which is a lot of physical products actually, into one place. So you can see all of the best offers within your niche all in one place. Now, the reason this is so much better than just going on AliExpress is because the people who own these affiliate offers, if you look at the prices that they pay out to affiliates, it's usually like $40 to $80 per sale, or sometimes per an email. Now, what does this mean? This typically means that their back end is so profitable that they can pay out an affiliate $40 to $80 for just an email submit, right? Not even a sale sometimes. So just if someone comes and submits their email, they pay out someone $40 to $80. And it's because, like I've talked about before, their back end is so solid. So why is this a good place for you to do product research? Well, if you look at the 5 keys that I talked about in day 1, and you have all those things that I talked about, and you have a good niche picked out, you can go to offervault.com and you can find a bunch of product ideas, product bundles, ad copy, all that stuff all in one place. You can see how they're pricing their products. And then from there, you make a list of all the products that you find within OfferVault, and you can take it back, reverse engineer it with AliExpress, Amazon.com, Pinterest, Etsy, all those other sites. So you guys are going to see exactly how I do that tomorrow. And again, in the product research video, I'm going to go into offervault.com, and I'm going to show you how I reverse engineer the best offers on that website. And then I take it to AliExpress, take it to Amazon.com. I'm also going to go over how to basically write out a high converting product sales page. So not just the get yours here type of thing, but actually writing out like features and benefits. It's a little copywriting lesson for you guys and how I find good copy to add to my sales pages. So tomorrow's going to be really cool for you guys. But yeah, check out offervault.com, poke around in there, and then tomorrow when the video releases, you're gonna understand exactly what I'm saying. So that's a little tip. Another tip is Amazon.com. I know a lot of you guys are always worried about, you always ask about prices on Amazon and if you can price your products higher because Amazon has it so low. So what I use Amazon for is basically only to validate that there's sales coming in for that product. So I basically look at the reviews. Amazon also has a great section called the question and answer section. So if you guys want ideas on like ad copy, you can click within the Amazon listing. There's like a questions and answered section, and you can see what customers are asking about the product. And you can add those little, those questions and answers to your own sales page. So this kind of like the limiting beliefs. If like a customer comes and they might, I don't know how big this thing is, you're going to have like an FAQ section right on your product page that answers all those questions. So that's what I use Amazon for. I don't look at prices on Amazon. So again, I'm pretty excited to share all that stuff with you guys tomorrow in day 3. And you guys have any questions on that so far? Let's see. Start hopping into some questions here. Sura asked, would you mind telling us how to find pretty good stuff to sell? Yep, that's all tomorrow. You're going to like tomorrow's video. My Interest asked, how much money do you need to start an online business? I would say at least $1,000 to $1,500 is a decent, comfortable amount. Orbit, tips for finding winning products without Pexta or Ecom Hunt. So all the stuff I'm going to be showing you tomorrow is going to cover that. Also, check out this website, thieve.co. They have some cool stuff in terms of just finding direct AliExpress products. But yeah, again, you're going to see that all tomorrow. Michael says, I am the worst at target audiences. Is there a way to get better? Yeah, you're going to have to understand your consumer. It's not just about interests. On day 4, the targeting video that I'm going to release, it's going to be all about how to dig deep into your audiences and then learn a little bit more about what they're doing, where they're hanging out, what they're buying, what your competitors are selling your audience, and how basically to speak to them better. Black Eagle asks, do you say it's better to do Instagram or Facebook ads first? Do whatever you're comfortable with. Instagram probably requires less capital up front, but you have less control, and you have to spend a lot more time reaching out to hundreds of Instagram influencers to figure out who's going to be the best one for you. So I like the control of Facebook ads a little more because I'd rather just spend the money, get the data, and be able to make decisions based on the data that I paid for instead of based off of an influencer who you don't get much data for. Orbit, how much money did you spend before you made profit? Probably about $1,000. Kush asked, can you give us some tips on targeting Facebook ads? It's going to be all in day 4 on, I think that's Thursday. But I already have a video on this. It's in my Facebook Ads for Shopify mini-series, so you guys can check that out. It's a whole playlist, and it goes into targeting a little bit. David says, can you do videos for affiliate marketing? Yeah, I'm actually I'm not too deep in affiliate marketing right now. I mainly use it for my own competitor research. But once I've generated a bit more with it, I can do that. Black Eagle, Sean, can you show us proof about the money that you made with Shopify? I showed you the sales proof in multiple videos, so you can go off of those. George says it's a fresh cut. Yeah, thanks, man. Hamza says, can I start selling on eBay then move to Shopify? Sure, do whatever you want. The reason I like Shopify is because you own the store, you own the customers. You're not on someone else's platform like eBay. Zionic says, hey, Sean, I've been watching for months now. Love your videos. Would you ever show one of your shops as an example? Maybe if I'm not using it anymore. For drop shipping, especially, as soon as you show your store, you have a bunch of traffic data it's a bunch of your viewers looking at your store and then trying to rip off your products. So if I'm not using the store anymore, I can definitely show it, but in the meantime, I'm not going to show anything that's active. Michael says, is it far-fetched to find affiliates to promote your products? And if not, where is a good place to find them? Okay, so if you're going to get affiliates to promote your products, you need to make sure that you have a good funnel and you have a good product and it's converting on the back end. Because the way affiliates work is no one's going to want to be an affiliate for you if you tell them, oh, I have a new product that I want to promote. I have no sales data, right? I have no data. What affiliates work off of is something called EPC, which is earnings per click. And how do you get earnings per click? Basically by running by historical data. So if you haven't run any previous ads, like if you don't have any data about how much you're making and how much your cost per click is and how much you're generating, like your total revenue, your total cart values from the ads that you've run, there's going to be no affiliates that want to promote your product, because for them it's just like, why would I want to promote your product if it's not proven, doesn't have any sales data? Then they have to do all the work, right? So the only point that I'd get affiliates to promote my product is if I have a funnel that's converting and I don't want to spend any more time buying my own traffic, right? So you can't just do that right off the bat. P. Weavy asked, what was your background before getting into dropshipping? So I used to be a project manager for a pretty big tech company here in Seattle. And I was a project manager in the digital advertising division. So I was always around like paid traffic and digital advertising. And I started doing drop shipping when I was still at my job. I was actually there until September of 2016, so not too long ago. Orbit, how can you drop ship products like supplements, skincare, and teeth care without having them FDA approved? Okay, so none of those things are FDA approved, or I don't think teeth care is either, but supplements are not FDA approved, skincare is not FDA approved, and teeth care I don't think is FDA approved. They have you ever seen, like, at the bottom, if you go to any supplement page, if you go to the bottom, you're going to see a disclaimer that pretty much for every single supplement, if they don't have that, it typically means it's a prescription drug. Now, at the bottom of every one of these pages, you're going to see a disclaimer that says these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and it's not meant to treat, cure, or prevent disease. So you're required to say that if you're selling supplements and skincare and stuff like that. But it's kind of like a gray area because there's no supplement that's FDA approved. So you can kind of talk about your supplement and improve, like supporting good health and those kind of things, but you can never say that it cures or prevents disease or anything related to that. Zionics says, any niches doing great right now that you'd recommend? Man, there's so many good niches out there. Pretty much every niche, if you go on nichehacks.com, watch my day one video, nichehacks.com, there's tons and tons of good niches in there, whether it's physical products, affiliate marketing, info marketing. There's so many good products or niches on that website. Pretty much everyone is a winner. It's not about the niche. It's about your messaging, how you're speaking to the audience, and also what you're providing them. So that's why I said I don't like, those really cheap looking bracelets to sell. Has to be something that solves a problem and then also has a passionate audience that I can sell to, right? That's why I picked these massive niches like, like health, gut health, brain health. These are massive niches that are going to be around forever, and they always solve a problem. And there's always some kind of audience that's passionate about, something around health, right? Again, with survival, same thing, right? There's survival's massive, massive niche. There's a bunch of sub niches within survival. Doomsday people, they're kind of crazy. There's also like hunting, camping, outdoors things. There's so many niches, right? Like people get stuck on the niche. Just pick a niche that's deep enough that applies to the 5 keys that I talk about, and dig deep into that, right? I can't tell you you're going to make, $10,000 a day with your first $1,000 spent, right? Just pick a niche, pick one that's deep enough. Don't worry about the competition, because if you pick something that's going to be around forever, then you don't have to worry about finding new products every single week. But yeah, let's see, what is this? Sorry, I had to clear something off my screen. But yeah, any niche can work. I would advise against going for those little small trendy niches and the ones that are just kind of fly by night, right? That's kind of why, like, I have a general store, but it doesn't make nearly as much as my niche stores. And general stores are tougher because every day, every week, you got to find new products to sell, right? And then you got to learn about a whole new niche again. So if you pick a niche store and you pick it in something that's deep, like survival or health or pets or something like that, that's really deep and going to be around for a while, you can learn how your audience is, basically how they think, how they speak, all that stuff. And you don't have to relearn every time you jump into a new niche. Orbit says, I had a store selling teeth whitening and it got shut down. Oh, that's very true about supplements. Forgot about that. Why did it get shut down? Were you making claims or something like that? Or why did it get shut down? Could be a payment processor issue. EA made it. Yep. Just made it in time. We're covering questions right now. Black Eagle, do you still have a job? No, I do not. This is my full-time job. Real Abdu asks, how old am I? So I just turned 27 on January 12th. All right, we're running out of questions here. You guys got more questions? I have about like 10 minutes left. And I'm going to upload day 2, by the way, in a little bit right after this. Anything you guys want, ask anything you want. Man Lee says, how much capital do you recommend to start when going into private label? Private label, you're going to need a little bit more to start because you have to buy in bulk usually. And when I actually sold private label before, this was actually my first product. This is my brand. I sold this on Amazon, actually. It's like a Yeti imitation cup, if you guys know what Yeti is. But for these, I think I bought like 2,500 units or 3,000 units on my first run. And how much? I can't remember how much it cost. I think I spent like maybe $5,000 or so, $5,000 to $6,000. And the Chinese suppliers, if you're buying from China, they usually have something called an MOQ, which is a minimum order quantity. So the MOQ, unlike dropshipping, you're gonna have to order at least a few thousand units, in my experience. I guess it depends what you're buying. Sometimes they'll work with you, but yes, it does require more capital in the beginning. That's why I always recommend dropshipping. It's great because you learn marketing, you learn advertising, you learn like traffic platforms like Instagram and Facebook. And you learn what kind of niches work, right? Pretty fast without waiting a few months to get the product in. Like this product here, I had to wait 3 months to get my batch in before I could start selling. So I think dropshipping is a great way to start and validate a niche, validate products. And then once you find something that's working, once you get money coming in, then go private label, go branding. Dante Mello asks, what would you recommend as a good sales funnel solution? Just ClickFunnels plus Shopify, Shopify plus Zipify one-click upsell. And if ClickFunnels plus Shopify, what would you recommend for integrating the two? So what I'm using right now on my health supplement store, I'm using ClickFunnels. And ClickFunnels is as the front end, so like the sales page, my funnel, my upsells, downsells, all that stuff. It's through ClickFunnels. And then there's an app called AppTrends, AppTrends, that ports all the orders, all the customer order information over to Shopify. And basically what that does is ClickFunnels is the sales tool, which is what it's good at, right? It's good at funnel building, that kind of stuff. And Shopify is I use the most basic plan for Shopify on my store. And that is for the app integrations, like for my email CRM. It's for my customer service emails, all that stuff integrates pretty fantastically with like Shopify, right? Also, my order fulfillment is through Shopify integration, right? It doesn't integrate with ClickFunnels. So that's what Shopify is good for. It's all like it's housing all the data, having all like the back end. When I say back end with Shopify, I mean like all like the behind the scenes customer data and all that stuff, housing all that in one place, and using ClickFunnels for what it's good at, which is basically selling, right? So Dante, I hope that answered your question. Let's see. Michael, when you say you spent 1,000 before you saw success, was that any sales at all? Or was that the point when you took off in sales? That is the point when I started to get traction. So I did not spend $1,000 before I saw success, but I know people who have. I know people who nowadays their stores are pretty big, and they spend $1,000 just to test the product, right? So I saw success before spending $1,000, but I would probably spent $1,000 before I started making any profit at all, right? I might have been breaking even, maybe losing a bit of money, probably losing a little bit of money, and it's not an exact dollar amount, but $1,000 is probably where I started to like tune things in for my testing phase and my testing ads, and then starting to really scale up to a lot bigger numbers from there. Orbit says, no, I did not have claims. I think this is for the teeth whitening, right? No claims and nothing wrong with the payment. Shopify emailed me saying that I couldn't sell this product because it wasn't FDA approved, so I found another niche. Was that Shopify payments? Because that could be why. Shopify payments is basically Stripe, which is Stripe rebranded. And Stripe does not like anything related to pseudo-pharmaceuticals. So like I think teeth whitening's in that category. And they don't like any supplements. So I use a different high-risk merchant account for that. But that could be why. Maybe if you integrated a new payment solution, it would work. So if you want to get, you could do that. Also, if they're saying it wasn't FDA approved, make sure you have a disclaimer on your site and all of your product pages. Prime Nick says, do you use Thieve to find top products? Not really. I use a lot of affiliate platforms for my niches, at least, to find like top products, because that's where people are spending a lot of money. And Thieve I kind of use for just little extra ideas here and there. And then if I want to reverse engineer something I found on offervault.com or something on Amazon, and I want to find it in AliExpress, I might use Thieve. But you can definitely use it as like a primary product research point. Just make sure that you watch the product research video that I post tomorrow first to see how I use it, and then you can make your own adjustments based off of your own purposes. EA asks, is SEO super important? Not in the beginning. I don't think so. Now I actually get a bunch of organic sales on one of my stores that has been around for about 14 months or so. So I get about anywhere from 300 to 500 a day in organic sales, and that's from SEO. But I haven't done any SEO on it. It just naturally started ranking for the niche. Black Eagle asks, how much time did your learning curve last? I don't know what you mean by that. Are you saying how long was my learning curve? I don't know, probably like a month of just hardcore like implementation. Black Eagle asks, what is SEO? Google it. Zionix asks, is the technology gadgets a good niche to get into? Yes, if you can find some kind of audience to target. Like, you're not going to go on Facebook and target technology or gadgets, right? You're going to look at companies. Maybe, let's see, how would I start with this? Look at people who would buy technology or gadgets, right? Could be entrepreneurs, could be video producers or like YouTube people or influencers like that. Could be gamers, right? Uh, depends who your audience is, right? So you got to figure out. You can't just put a picture of like a I don't know a keyboard or something and say get it now, right? Maybe you target gamers and say this is the best gaming keyboard for to keep your hands feeling good when you're gaming for 8 hours, and make sure that you don't get tired hands or something like that. That was a terrible example, but whatever technology or gadgets that you're selling, figure out who your audience is and then be able to speak to them, right? Don't just put up a generic gadget or product and then say buy it now and then just pray that someone buys it, right? It has to be some kind of audience that you're targeting. Figure out how you can solve someone's problem and talk to them specifically, talk to that specific audience. Prime Nick, do you use Thief for finding products? I mentioned that above. I see that whey protein, but where are the gains? Are you talking about the whey protein up there? I actually don't take that too much anymore. It gives me a very upset stomach. It's been sitting up there for a while. But yeah, Prime Nick, I'm not very tall, man, so I can't get too bulky. I like the more lean or wiry look. Abs the original asked, do you know about Pexta? Yes, I do know about Pexta, but I don't like trendy products and that kind of stuff. I don't like to find products every day, okay? That's the bottom line for me. Out of like the over 1.5, $1.6 million I've done in sales on my own store in the past year, that's from probably 3 or 4 products, okay? 3 or 4 products. There's a lot of people who like to find new products every day, every week, and they think that like even when they find a winner, they're still looking for more products. I don't like to do that, right? So yeah, 3 or 4 products from basically all of my sales. Orbit, dropshipping isn't easy for people trying to start. I thought it was easy, but realized that it is actually a lot of work. But if you don't give up, it only takes one product to change your life. Yeah, true. I mean, I don't think I've ever said it was easy. I've said that some of the steps are pretty simple. Doesn't mean that it's easy for people to do, right? Or find success in. Difference between simple and easy, right? Simple for me means the steps should make sense, should be clear to you, should make sense about what you need to do. Easy means to me, I think people think that easy means you press a button and it all just works for you, right? That's basically not the way it works. A lot of moving parts in drop shipping and e-commerce. The bright side of that is you learn a lot about basically all aspects of business, right? Like I learned about taxes. I learned about advertising and digital marketing and all that stuff. I learned about branding. I learned about a lot of research, learned about copywriting. And in the past year, I probably learned about, more than I have in one semester, or not one semester, in 4 years of college, right? So yeah, it only takes one product to change your life. Yeah, that's where it started for me. It actually started with a watch for me. I actually showed that in one of my previous videos. Prime Nick, how do you advertise to drive traffic to your Shopify store as well? I use Facebook ads. I also use Google display ads and Instagram ads, and I'm using Bing ads as well. All different kinds of platforms. Vanessa Hawkins. All right, guys, I got about 5 more minutes. What does that say? 33. Yeah, 5 more minutes. So pop in a few more questions. How do you get around the Chinese New Year with dropshipping in February? Talk to your suppliers. That's it. Basically, talk to your suppliers. I can't promise you that that your supplier is not going to go on vacation for Chinese New Year. But all of my suppliers, all I did was message them, say, hey, what's going on for Chinese New Year? Most of them, maybe I think one of them was like, I'm going to be away for a week. So all I'm going to do is put a little disclaimer in my store for that product and say, hey, due to high demand, this is going to be shipped out 7 days later, right? So just talk to your supplier, figure out what their dates are, what they're going to be doing during Chinese New Year. A lot of them won't even be taking off, right? So most of my suppliers aren't taking off. So I'm not really changing anything, right? But you need to talk to your supplier. I can't tell you that your supplier is not going to take off. So just send them a message on AliExpress and they'll tell you what to do. Renee, what is the name of your store, Sean? Go to google.com. That's my store. Abs D Original, when did you start online business? So I actually started in 2015. I did SEO for local businesses and local clients. That was kind of a pain in the ass. And then I went into Amazon FBA. And then from there, I went to dropshipping, e-commerce, all that stuff. So maybe about 2.5 years or so. Rude Awaken says, can I start a pixel with less than 100 sales? Yep, everyone starts a new pixel with less than 100 sales. Always starts with 0 sales. Big Time Supply, do you really use insights or just go to auto suggest? So in the beginning, I always use audience insights to get a feel for the audience. And again, you're going to see that in one of the days that I release for the 7-day challenge. And I use audience insights in the beginning to look at the countries that are buying, look at the demographics, look at the similar pages, make a spreadsheet off of the interests. And then in the future, lookalikes, I also use some auto suggest with whatever Facebook provides you. And in the beginning, I always use insights. Prime Nick, can you give me the tool that you're using to find products? Are you serious that you legit only use all affiliate networks to find products? That seems way different. Can you explain further? You're going to see that all in tomorrow's video. I don't use a tool to find top products. No tools. Shady says, I got $500 to start. Is that good? Maybe. I don't know. It could be. You could find a winner with that much. You might not, right? I never, ever suggest people, like if you have $500 left in your bank account, I hate when people say, I have $500 left. Is this going to work for me? I don't know, right? You have to, I would suggest if you don't have consistent income, get a job and then do this on your free time, okay? Because that's what I did. I had a full-time job, 9 to 5 every single day, Monday through Friday, and I did this on the side, right? So I had some income to supply my business. If you don't have money to like invest in your business, you're going to get really stressed out, because as soon as you start losing money, as soon as you start testing ads and all that stuff, and you're not making an instant return, it's a lot more likely that you're just going to give up. So if you only have $500, I would suggest getting a job first. Rude Awakening, yes, you can start a pixel with less than 100 sales. All right, guys, I'm wrapping up questions here. No more questions. Hamza, can you use the same pixel for different products? Yes, you can. Just segment out by same niche. Yes, you can use it. You can definitely use it for different products. Use custom audiences to separate it. Robert Moss, having minimal results in audience insights. Do you just go to auto suggest for targeting? Nope, I use audience insights in the beginning to start. Crypto Gold, do you run ads in Europe? Yes, I do. Black Eagle, general or niche store? I like niche stores in deep niches, competitive niches, because I think you have more focus that way, right? You're not changing a niche every single week, right? General store, you got to learn about a new niche every single time you have a new product. Kieran J, how many products would you suggest to put in your store, especially if you're just starting on a brand new store? I usually start with about 3 to 5 products in a new store. Michael Y, are leggings overdone? I think it's such a killer market if you do it right. Do you agree? Anything's a killer market, man. If you're doing leggings, just make sure, again, that you're targeting some kind of audience. Dog themed leggings, emoji themed leggings, leggings for yoga, leggings for MMA, or I don't know, CrossFit or something like that, right? Figure out an audience that will buy your products. When Dante says, when testing products for the first ad set, would you recommend website add to cart, website initiate checkout for website purchase, or just go straight to website conversion purchase? I don't have a rule for this. Sometimes I use add to cart, sometimes I use purchase. I don't usually use initiate checkout, but I don't really have a rule for this. I just think I've had results with both of them, so just pick one and run with it. Nico asked, what's your experience in Chinese New Year? Way to dropship products after a Chinese New Year. Again, just ask your supplier and then figure out based on their feedback what to do from there. Prime Nick, what do you use to find products? Man, you're going to see it tomorrow, okay? I don't use any tools. I use websites. Fernando, what's up? First time I was able to join here. Man, we're just wrapping up though. Catropolis, can I turn $100 to $1,000 in 7 days with Shopify dropshipping? I would say your chances are probably low for $100 to $1,000. You guys got to change that mindset, okay? Like, think about whenever you think about the money that you're putting into the business, think about a brick and mortar business, like a restaurant or something. They usually have to invest about $100,000 to even get started. If you can start with, like, when I tell people they have to use $1,000 to get started and they get all freaked out, I really don't know what to tell you, because $1,000 isn't that much with the potential that you can make way more than that. Mohammed says, hey, Sean, when is day 2 of the store coming up? Going to come out today, right after this. Fernando asks, how many purchases do I need to have before start using a lookalike audience? Usually I like to look for 100. The more the better, obviously. Nate Shaw says, you still do Amazon FBA, correct? They hold your inventory for a supplement brand. No, they do not. I do not do Amazon FBA right now. I don't like their fee structure and all their rules around fulfillment and how they allow you to, or they allow customers to just claim, refunds whenever they want and punish you for it. And I don't like not having control. So I don't do Amazon FBA. I have my own manufacturer and a third-party fulfillment house that holds all of my supplements. EA asks, what would the smartest way for someone with a large budget to start advertising? Say I'm not worried to lose a bit of money. What's a good way to get this ball rolling into sales? So the way I would do it is pick a good niche based off of what I talked about. Pick good products, which you're going to see tomorrow. And start looking into, I would say, is to start looking at traffic sources off of Facebook. For my supplements, I'm not using Facebook as the primary traffic source. Google is my primary traffic source. Why is this? Because Google is the best, by far, search and traffic engine on the planet. Why is that? Because it's all intent driven, right? Think about how Google works. When someone says, I have memory issues, they type that into Google, boom, they see an ad about memory issues, right? Probably my supplement, advertising to them. That is why Google is the best, right? Facebook, you're banking on interest. Google, you are banking on what people are actually searching for. So I would say if you have a large budget and you're willing to learn, if you want to learn traffic, start learning about Google Display, start learning about Google AdWords. If you don't want to learn, start investing in maybe like working with a conversion specialist or someone who specializes in copywriting to help you get a beefed up, like really good offer. And then you can hire affiliates to drive your traffic for you, right? So that's I've paid up to $25,000 to be in masterminds, right? And the people in these masterminds, there's like really good expert copywriters there, people who help with offer construction, right? So these people, you can pay to partner with them if you have a large budget, or you can pay them for their service. And once you have a good offer meaning basically your product and what you're giving the customer, you can go to affiliate networks and just do what offervault.com is doing, right? And then pay affiliates to get you sales, right? So that's the way you can start. That's the way a lot of people with large budgets that I know of run their companies is they hire specialists to work on that kind of stuff. And then they use that to give off to affiliates who drive most of their traffic. I Hate Hacker says, I can't seem to find good influencers even for niches such as kitchenware, houseware, even elephants. What should I do to find influencers on Instagram? I can't really, that's why I don't like influencer marketing as much as advertising platforms, because you don't have the control. You're kind of just guessing which influencers are going to do best. So I can't really comment on that. If it's not working, you just got to find more influencers, basically. Shady says, I'm 17, but I'm going to get a job. Good. That's probably the best thing you can do if you don't have the money to invest yet. Nate Shaw says, easily find grill or YouTube influencers who cook and find their Instagram in their YouTube video description. That's a great idea. Yep, you can reach out to them through there. I Hate Hacker says, what about how you advertise to for a general store? If you have a general store, I usually create a different fan page for each niche, if there's multiple niches, and then I advertise based off of those fan pages to whatever audience it is. Prime Nick. Oh man, you're asking some good questions today. How do you find a good niche? Go watch my video from yesterday. Crypto Gold. I have a 400K Instagram fitness motivation page. Let me promote your subs. My subs are not fitness motivated. It's targeted to baby boomers, which is mainly ages 50 and up. So send me a PM though. I'll take a look at your page. Yeah, that's right. Followers mean nothing. Engagement is everything. Very true. Okay, guys. Any last questions? I'll take one more, and then we'll wrap it up. And then I'm going to upload day 2, and then day 3 is going to come up tomorrow. No more questions. Give me a 2 if you guys like these live streams, because I've been doing 2 a week, which is kind of a lot, but I'm trying to get my subscriber base up here. So there we go. Love the 2s. Yep. So we'll have another one on Thursday, and that's going to be after you guys have seen the product research video and the targeting videos. So you guys are going to love that shit. I promise. Time, probably around the same time. I'll let you guys know in the Facebook group. Make sure you join my Facebook group. The link is in basically all the descriptions on all of my videos. It's also in the about section on my YouTube. Make sure you guys join the group. I want to get to 1,000 subs by the end of this week. I'm sure we can do it. I'm already at like 920 or something. But if you guys like this, make sure you comment on my videos. Make sure you like. Make sure, subscribe, share, all that stuff, all the good stuff that I always say. And then, yeah. Bobby Shane, you got to do 8 videos a week. Well, there's going to be a video every day this week because next week I'm going to a big event. So I might not be able to post as much. But I'm posting every day this week, and I have 2 live streams. Alex says, wait. All right, you got one more question, Alex. I'm giving you one more question. Better type fast. I got 1 minute left. I always go over schedule on this. Lots of 2s, lots of 2s. Nice. EA, what day is leg day? Today. Today is leg day. I hate leg day. Alex, if you could do it all over with Shopify, what would you change? If I could do it all over with Shopify, I would get into a deep niche, like the way I talked about in day 1. My first niche was kind of like it was a smaller niche, so I kind of tapped it out already. I'm by far like the authority in that niche. Like I'm the #1 store in Google and the search engines and all that stuff within that niche, on Facebook as well. So I've kind of maxed it out now, and I didn't really focus on building the back end that much on that store, which I should right now since I have the customer data. But I'm so into my health supplements now that it's hard to focus on. But if I was starting all over again, I would think about it in more of a long-term sense, right? A lot of people want that quick money, so it's hard to think about that. But I would focus on getting into a niche that's deep, learning about my audience, and then building my store with the idea that I'm going to have a back end set up as soon as I start getting sales coming in, right? The first store that I ever made that made over $1 million. I never had the back end set up until like earlier this year, earlier last year, probably around March or April, right? I probably missed out on a good $500,000 because of that. Okay, so that was a long-winded answer. I'm sorry, but just think more long-term. Think of this like a business. Don't think of this like a get-rich-quick thing because it's not a get-rich-quick thing, right? A lot of these other YouTubers will tell you you can spend $100 and make $1,000. That's absolute bullshit, right? Because that's, for most people, that's not going to happen. 99.9999% of people, that's not going to happen. They're either going to give up, or they're going to have too high of expectations, and they're not going to keep going after they lose that $100, right? So that's why I try to keep it real with you guys and say that, I give you tough love and say that you need more money than just $500, because it's true. It's a real business, right? And that's why I say don't focus on just Facebook costs. Focus on building an actual business, actual back end, all that stuff. And you're going to future-proof yourself for the long term, right? But yeah, thanks for jumping on. We went 50 minutes today. When I said 30 minutes, I always say 30, but I always go over. But I hope you guys like this. Day 2 is coming up right after this. So keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell, and you'll get the update as soon as I upload the video. All right. Peace, guys.